So our speaker today is Frank Salazar, who is the current division director. The title of the speech is Walking in the Steps of a Champion. The time of the speech, Dulce, is 8 to 10 minutes. Please join me in welcoming Frank Salazar, Walking in the Steps of a Champion.
Luisa Montalvo is the world champion of public speaking for 2024. Since her great accomplishment, everyone wants to be the next Luisa. Everyone wants her at their clubs. Everyone wants to know, how did she become a champion? Be careful what you wish for. Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, guests. Before Luisa was the world champion, she was, and still is, my mentor and my friend. When I first came into the club, she was one of the people that was telling me, you need to speak up, you need to be a little louder, look up at the people. And she also befriended me by first introducing me to their routine of going to Junction Cafe after every meeting. It used to be where I would go to the meeting would be over, and I would go away. I would just go on my way, and they would go and have breakfast or lunch. But one time she said, hey, do you want to join us? And that's where I started to get to know Luisa a little bit more. Not just Luisa, but Phyllis Allen, our other mentor. And they showed such great love and compassion. I also was one of the people, I want to be like Luisa. And I started seeing Luisa go through her process of becoming the world champion, delivering speech after speech. She's written, rewritten, and rewritten again a speech to get it perfect, get it just right. So I've seen this behind the scenes. When people are asking, how did you do that? Well, she did it with hard work. And she also did through pain. One of the things that she taught me is, don't let your setbacks be an excuse. One of the things that she taught me was to take care of my body better. So we have been going to the gym. And this has been our routine. There was 1 week where we missed because we both had stuff going on. But when we went back, I wanted to do it all because I missed it so much. One of my friends told me, you're becoming a real gym bro. You miss a few days and you're like, oh, I'm fat. And I think he was right. And because of that, I wanted to do more, and I pushed myself to the limit. So they have this thing called a weighted sled, and the name of this sled was called the Tank. And it's this cart, and you put these giant weights on it. And this one had 9 45-pound plates. I saw someone do it, and oh, that's how you do it. I thought it was just a storage system, but it's an actual exercise that you do. So when he left, I started doing it. So you push and you pull, you push and you pull. I did it for a minute, and I felt great. I sat down, I was hot and sweaty. I got a nice workout. Then I see these younger kids do it, and they are doing it like they've been doing it all their lives. But you know what? I'm going to challenge myself. See if I can do it faster like them. Let me try it. And I found out quickly that's where I was wrong. I couldn't do it faster because I ignored the things that I should have done before. Drink more water right after your exercise. Rest for 10 minutes. Oh, my leg, my muscle popped. Workout was over. I limp out of the gym and I tell Luisa what happened. Luisa lends me her crutches. So for a few weeks, I'm walking around in her crutches. And there's that saying that you don't know what someone has gone through until you walk a mile in their footsteps. You don't know what Luisa has gone through until you've walked in her crutches. Because in those few weeks, I felt embarrassed. I felt ashamed because now I have to ask people for help. Now I have to pull away from things that I wanted to do. And if I'm going through that in just a few weeks, what has Luisa gone through in 4 years? I experienced a small taste of what it is to walk in her footsteps. And I value Luisa and her friendship even more. I don't take it for granted. Be careful what you wish for because you might get it. And one of the things that Luisa has done was to go for my dreams. 3 years ago, I didn't want to be a leader. Now I crave it. I have gone from just being someone who walked into a club, I was just going to do my 6 months, and that was it, to being the club president, to being the area director, to being the division director. And these were things that Luisa was encouraging me to do. And as I'm doing those things, I'm bettering myself. And I have people like Luisa to thank for. So if you want to be a champion in anything, you have to put in the work. It's not going to happen overnight. Luisa didn't become world champion overnight. She put in the work, and through that, there was pain, there was torment, but there's also the end of the tunnel where now she has a trophy and now she's teaching others. And that's what I want. I don't want to use the crutches anymore, but I still want to be like Luisa. And that is how I found out what it is to walk in the steps of a champion. Toastmasters.